Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. I want to talk about ritual divorces. You know, in American jurisprudence, there's a very strong concept of separating church and state. And so when we talk about standard divorces, the courts well recognize that in certain groups, certain segments of our community, in addition to requiring a civil divorce to sever a marriage, they're going to require some sort of religious or ritual divorce as well. We've talked about different kinds of things that impact certain types of divorces. We talked in previous videos about the Nikah Nama, for example, that impacts certain divorces for people of Middle Eastern descent. Today I want to talk about what is commonly referred to as a get, G-E-T. A get is a ritual divorce utilized by people of the Jewish faith to sever a marriage. Now, the judge in Macomb County Circuit Court, Oakland County Circuit Court, they're not going to see people in front of them and say, okay, I'm granting you a divorce. By the way, did you achieve your get as well? They're not going to do that. But there are certain things that can be done to ensure that the ritual divorce, the get, will be presented and will take place. A lot of times in unsavory situations, people would say, well, I'm not going to grant you the get portion of the divorce unless you, in the civil case, give me the custody or give me the business or give me this or give me that. And so sometimes the get was used as leverage. To avoid that, what attorneys will do, if they are involved in that aspect of the case, they will typically say, look, we have to get the get first. We're not even going to talk about the civil divorce and the settlement of that until the get is obtained. And that requires, I'm not an expert on it, but it requires going through a religious tribunal and a ceremony associated with the husband giving this item to the wife called a get. Once that's done, then they can take care of the other things. If you let it go the other way around, if you try to negotiate the divorce, the party knowing that the other side's going to need that get, even if they get the divorce, they'll never be able to remarry without the get. So knowing that, they might use it to try and jockey for an unfair position. Therefore, the better idea is to get the get it done. Do that in the context of the divorce, which could take a long time. The parties can agree that the get will just be for the purposes of getting it, but not so much for the purposes of any property settlement or custody, and that's all going to be put in the hands of the judge in the civil case, and that's how that should happen. So I think it's very unfortunate. I see routinely in certain publications how a list of people will be indicated, these are the people who refuse to give their spouse a get. And I've seen that many times. The idea being that they should be excommunicated for that kind of thing. But you have to understand that with the courts, there's only so much they can do in getting involved in these matters religious. But the court can say, look, we're going to hold off on this until such time as that is done. Or the attorneys can simply manipulate that to occur. If you have questions about your case, reach out. And of course, we'll be glad to help you out.